Forever. Dog.
Did you shave before you did this?
Bitch, I did.
Did you shower though?
No.
You didn't shower? I didn't shower either.
Come on.
Oh yeah.
Ow.
Ay, wait.
Very that.
She's so bad.
Oh, honey.
But why is she so very that?
Very that.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Very That. Very That. Delta and Raja.
Brasha.
Bitch, what is the tea? What is going on?
Girl, you know what? Everything is a tea. Actually, it's funny that you say what's the tea because I was just looking at my phone before we were doing this and I swiped over to news and it gave me like, this is what Vanity Fair is saying and this is da-da-da. And there was a BuzzFeed article and it had something to do with like people in different industries telling interesting stories about like ordering at the restaurant they work at or how to get a discount here or there. And the headline said, industry insiders give insight and it's real tea.
Wow.
I was like, okay, and it's real tea.
Yeah, our language has
Is
become
everywhere.
has become so mainstream.
It's everywhere. And of course, I mean, it all comes from somewhere. Everybody's stuff comes from somewhere. But it's just interesting when you hear something that has always been in one area and then other people just sort of like, I guess appropriate or gentrify it.
Well, here we are. It's episode 3. Can you believe we're doing the 3rd episode of Very That? I'm so happy to be here. This has been a really, really, it's been fun just to get the feedback from everybody.
Yeah, it has been fun. And I think a lot of people are interested in, just fun storytelling and insight from old queens.
Well, someone I actually read in a comment, which I read very like as not often as possible, but I did read a comment and someone was like, "Oh my God, this is the of over 30 people."
I read that. I think you sent that to me. I think you sent that to me. Yeah.
I feel like that's our entire 20s. Was
just because we didn't have a show called that doesn't mean that we weren't saying that. Never mind. Listen. I don't want to be. Everyone knows I'm a petty officer reporting for duty, so I can get petty. But I mean, I'll save it for when it really matters.
Oh man, I would love a pedicure right now. Still haven't had a pedicure since the last conversation we had.
My feet look so good. I've been fixing meals with my feet. I have been entertaining gentlemen callers with my feet. I have been there. People are just, they worship my feet because they're just so soft. They look so good right now.
Really?
They look so good. Yeah.
Do you put like a gel color over them and stick them in a gel drying machine, or
no? They put like a clear green. So I don't know if it's well, I think it's supposed to be like maybe it's like some sort of protector, but maybe because it's green, it's like some sort of antifungal, and they're just not telling me. And then they put like a regular clear over it, so my nails just look clear, but shiny clear.
Honey, when they paint green on my toenails, I think they're just trying to like go with what the actual color of the toenail is. I think they're just like,
that's kind of what I think they did with mine, but I'm just I'm delusional, so
I'm not sure if it's a clear polish or if it's actually just green.
Right. It's an antibacterial something.
Well, here we are in, wait, what did you call it? PSL? Pumpkin Spice?
It is, it's Pumpkin Spice Latte Season, PSL. It's a thing, it's a movement. And I talked about this before. It is a movement. And listen, I thought I was done with it, right? I thought I was done with it, like with my rant about the idea that like there's not a sugar-free option until I drove through Starbucks and they had one of those cardboard things that they put out, which would be like the specials of the day or the manager's kind of like this location's drink. And they had a sign up that said fall for all. And it had all of the drinks and options like this pumpkin scone and this way and that way. And I'm like, no, that's not for all. Because if it was really for all, where is the option for the person who tries not to consume sugar? It's still not there, girl. It's still they need to change that campaign. It cannot be fall for all. You're not including all, girl. The fuck? That's not all.
But I think Dipper actually read you. I saw the comments and he was just like, "No, girl, like you're not from Chicago. You're not from a fall area. So you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Fall is awful."
Well, I mean, he's right.
Awful.
He's right. Listen, all the leaves are brown.
Oh, that wasn't
you know?
our text. That wasn't our text.
Yeah, all the leaves are brown, and it's fine. Like, I'm the one that's like I'm not even going for a walk on a winter's day. Like, I'm going for a sit on a winter's day, and I want something to fucking drink, and I want it to be warm, and I want it to be pumpkin-y and spicy and latte-ish or esque, and I don't want it to be full of fucking shit. Like that. Listen, I ask a lot out of this husk, and the minimum I can do for it if I'm going to be a sedentary bitch is to try to limit the amount of sugar or extra sugars. Can't fall be for me too? Like fall for all. Whatever. Hey, Skinny Syrups, if you're listening, Skinny Syrups is offering a pumpkin sugar-free syrup. So, you know, but I can't take that to the drive-thru at Starbucks and be like, "Hey, could you put this in there?" Like, come on. I'm not going to keep it in the car.
I've had enough. You're like being very fall lives matter right now.
I'm for reals. For real. I'm for reals. I'm so for real. I'm for realsa bulk. For realsa about it.
You got to get your infinity scarf and your Ugg boots. Coincidentally, there is a Ugg boot pleaser stripper heel. Have you seen them? Didn't you send that to me?
No, I need it now.
I think you sent that to me.
I did not. No.
Somebody sent me a photo of a Ugg boot, but that was in the shape of like a pleaser high heel. It had a clear, lucite sole, and like, yeah, you could actually do your pole dancing, which you do often.
Yeah, I do hole dancing actually.
But they make that now. They actually fucking make that.
You know I need that. Like for sure. For sure.
I'm excited about Halloween so much.
Well, I mean, Halloween has already started.
I don't even care if it's in quarantine. Like I'm gonna do Halloween anyway. Yeah.
No, I'm with you. But you know, I as a consumer, as Karen the consumer, I'm being let down again. Bath and Body Works in my 562714 area. No more Halloween stuff. It's gone. There's this. They brought it out. People bought it, and they were like, "Okay, you guys are good. That's it." The only people that never let me down are the 99-cent store. They always have like enough Halloween stuff. But I'm excited about Halloween. I love it. You know I do. I'm ready to do my Halloween numbers. I'm ready to do. Maybe I'll do like a digital Halloween show because we love Halloween. Halloween is everything.
Yes. And you know what? Honestly, Halloween shopping, like to get those things, must be tactile. You must be there, be present, and be like, do I want this axe that screams as I like, or do I want the, whatever. Like it must be an experience. Like I love going to Moscatels.
Yes.
And like feeling all the plastic skulls and if you push a button, it screams or a bat wings flap. Like I need that. I need that all the time.
I like those little like pop-up stores, like spirit stores or whatever.
Oh, thing.
And the thing of it is that I remember earlier this year they were like, "Oh, there's not going to be any more this year because of the pandemic." And then I saw one pop up in an old Toys R Us near my apartment, and I was like, "You guys lied, or maybe you changed your mind." Either way, I have to go in because I want all of, even if I'm not buying a costume, I'm in there and I'm like, I need these props. I need these. I know what you mean, girl. Yeah. I have to have it.
Remember when I used to do Funny Valentine, and I would do it during Halloween? It was
with the crickets.
Yep, it was off of the Shaka Khan. It was Shaka Khan singing it, but off of the Waiting to Exhale album. And I used to do it with a severed head, and I remember going and getting my first severed rubber head at the Halloween store.
Oh, I'm severe.
All that cornstarch blood.
All of it.
Yeah.
And like licking it. That
I need one of
that
those.
led to so many other people being inspired by you.
Yeah.
Inspired.
Why the fuck not? Yeah,
Well,
that's
inspired is sometimes a term that people use just to cover up replicating,
stealing,
or whatever
mopping.
you called it. Sure.
I mean, none of my ideas are original anyway. I mean, I've mopped so many queens, including you. Have I?
Have you?
Yes, probably.
Have you? Yeah, like you said, not everything is going to be original. A lot of it we've seen or
Mhm.
done, or no. And I'm not saying us. I'm just saying in general.
Mhm.
And somebody, people's reference points are I think based on their experiences. So as we've said before, some
Mhm.
people's their experience or their reach is Drag Race or is Dragula or is the local bar or whatever. And what happens is that once they do something, people will go, oh, blue wigs. Oh, that's very this person. Or
Go
uh-huh.
ahead.
Or they'll
say it, sis. Say it, sis.
you know what I mean? Or like what was it? I had like I had a pink wig on that's like 5 million years old. And people would be like, "Oh, you're trying to be pheromone." And I wish I was pheromone. I mean, I wish I was as stunning as that. But the reality is it's like sometimes you're just putting a pink wig on. And also to say, "Oh, that's so pheromone." She wears many looks and is definitely inspired many people as well. But not everybody is copying everybody when it's something very general.
Yes.
I think because of the the importance of different TV shows or whatever, people think, well, that's my only reference point, so you must be copying that.
Yes. Yes. Agreed. I think what there's a limitation in the reference points that they have to make. And recently I posted a picture of myself at maybe about 18 years old when I was living in Placencia or Fullerton, California, while I was in college.
Right.
And early days when I was just, like I had just left my parents' house and I was going to the club and I was showing off an outfit that I might wear to the club. And someone took a photo of me and I recently posted it. So the photo itself is probably from 1993 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
You heard what I said. 1993, 94. Maybe,
Yes.
maybe, I don't know. There was no way to tell. There was no way to record when and where, but I just remember the time and the age that I was. But somebody was like, oh, giving us Valentina.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look at you, Valentina realness. I was like, hold the fuck up. Valentina's father had not even jerked up far enough to get the semen to produce Valentina. This is years and years before. Like literally her dad was jacking off into a towel before Valentina even happened. That is how long ago. But people think that it is necessary to be like, oh, giving me some. Valentina wasn't even sperm.
Right.
That's all I have to say.
Right. Yeah. God.
Is that being shady? That's not being shady.
No. It's certainly not shade to her because she wasn't even involved in this.
She knows.
She knows because she gets it too. She gets it too. And I think what happens is there's this perpetuation constantly because especially for those people that have been on Drag Race or even Dragula as well, or like the Camp Wanakiki, there's lots of those. All of us are from some sort of competition or people will then say, these are the Latin queens of Drag Race. These are the fashion queens. You are one of the big girls. You are one of the dancers. And you can only be that. So if you come on the show or if you go to the local bar and you're like, a new queen and you're like, hey, I'm just trying to get my name out there. I want to be in a bar competition or whatever. People go, well, what's your aesthetic? What's your aesthetic? They start throwing that word around and it's like,
what do you
I don't know. My aesthetic.
Oh, you're giving us. You're a dancer. You're giving us Kennedy Davenport.
Yeah. Who do you give?
Oh, you're a beauty queen. You give this bitch
because you have to be in a vein. You have to be in something,
you like
or else
fetish.
they can't
You must
digest
be
it.
Violet Chachki. You know, like it's really unfair, and
It is.
I don't know. I just think, it's really quite easy and honestly lazy to just kind of compare or just, name off a queen that you have similarities to.
Right.
And yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Cow.
The fuck?
Fuck that bitch.
Fuck.
I need a break. Let's take a break. Let's take a
I need a
quick
break.
I need a break.
The drama of it all.
I need a break. Delta.
What?
Has anyone ever said that you're giving me so much Sasha Velour right now?
Actually, what I'm doing is I'm giving you the house down vibes of the mama, of the maximum slayage, of the fall of the House of Usher. I am giving you. I'm not even doing something for myself. I'm giving you. Do you know what I mean? When I get ready,
giving.
I don't get ready for myself. I'm getting ready for what I give you. Who are you giving me? What are you serving? I need to know what you're serving me. I need to know, like, that's so weird, right? Like when people are like, what is this? I'm like, girl, I'm not here to be surveyed. I'm giving you a black dress.
I'm not here to be
look is this?
surveyed because I'm already serving.
I'm also not a server. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not a server. Like,
Truth. Okay, what were you talking about?
who the fuck?
Who the fuck?
So we have people that have written in messages. Like, some are questions, some are just like
well, we did ask for it.
observations.
We asked for it. We're like, everyone.
Well, we need it.
Mhm.
We need it because we want to hear what other people are thinking and what they're talking about. And
Absolutely.
yeah, all of it. So
Mhm.
we had a few messages, actually quite a few messages. You've
Really?
seen them and so have I. Yeah, well, you saw some of them, or at least you pretended you did.
You see something?
You see something. You see something.
You find something.
But by the way, I mean, I think we have to reiterate to people that you don't see something, you see something. SONTHEEN. Something. Something. You see something? So here we go. I'm going to read to you the first question. It's one of the first ones that came to us. And, it wasn't really just like filtering out the good ones. Let's just look at all of them, right?
Okay.
So here's the first one. Iana wants to know, what's the most rewarding food you've ever eaten after a show?
Ooh.
What's the weirdest?
Oh.
Hold on.
Okay.
What's the weirdest food you've ever tried?
Mhm.
What's food you had to spit out? What's your guilty pleasure food? Sending love and good vibes. By the way, this Iana is a food science student. Please don't judge the questions.
Ooh.
A food scientist.
Bitch, me too. I am.
You know what? I am too.
I mean, come on. Aren't we all a food science?
Well, some more than others.
Apparently. Well,
What's
I'd like to see her
what's your
credentials, but let's go down this like line of questioning
Okay.
one at a time, and we should go with.
I want to hear from you. What's your most rewarding food you've ever eaten after a show?
Oh my God. Okay.
I mean, I can't remember everything I've eaten. Clearly.
Like there's a few moments. When I lived in West Hollywood, it was all about Los Tacos. Remember Los Tacos?
Mhm. Oh,
my-
yes.
It was the most non-Mexican food Mexican restaurant that ever existed.
Mhm.
Their guacamole was made out of chemicals, but
Right.
it was the most delicious at 2:00, 2:30 in the morning, living in WeHo. And I lived in an apartment that, I didn't have a kitchen, so I didn't have utensils. And often I would eat it with my fists.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you have done that. I've seen that.
Yeah, recently probably. But Los Tacos was my favorite. But these days, ain't no club. And late at night, I like my good snacks. I like pistachios.
Oh.
No, fuck that. I need a Los Tacos burrito right now.
Yeah.
That's my favorite shit. After Mexican food, somehow, especially if you're a drinker like I am, something needs to coat the alcohol that is, deteriorated at your stomach, and you need something to calm it down. And there's
Absorb.
nothing better than than just gross ass like lard beans and los tacos. Come on.
Lard Beans is actually was my first choice for a drag name. And I decided not to go with it. And I wish I would have, because if I would have had the name Lard Beans, I really think I would have set myself up to win Drag Race.
You know what? I think we'd be closer friends if your name was
Yeah,
Lard Beans.
I think so.
I think the reason
think
why
so.
we're so distant and haven't really like delved into each other's depths of our lives is because your name
Right.
isn't Lard Beans.
Right. My name is white privilege passing.
Same. Oh my God. This is a whole other topic of conversation.
Right.
Yeah. But for sure. But
Well, you know, I mean, I would ask you the next parts of it, but since we're on favorite foods you've ever eaten after a show, I have to say that for sure Mexican food is a go-to after any show, especially in Southern
course.
California, because you can have levels of it. You can go to like a legit taco shop. So everywhere, if you're working in San Diego or Palm Springs or Long Beach or WeHo, you can go to a legit taco shop, or you can go like sort of next level, even maybe like a little cheaper, but you can have Del Taco. That's always 24 hours.
Yeah.
That's a good option.
These are things that are specific to Southern California, but like, let's say we're in Texas, you know, there's places there too. Like I don't always want a Whataburger. Like I want late night fucking Tex-Mex tacos in, you know, Austin.
Well, I would love to have Whataburger all the time, but
I want it
know
now.
You said,
I want it now.
I do.
Actually,
but do you remember?
I want a Whataburger more than I want an In-N-Out burger.
I think so. Yeah, I agree with that. I used to like the green chili burger at Whataburger. But
See what
listen,
I mean?
Do you remember for a minute when we were like trying to be like very responsible and like, oh, I'm just gonna do a little grocery shopping after the show, and we would go to that place called Famima.
Famima.
Do you remember?
Oh, no. I've been following the history of Famima in Southern California, including its first like entrance through West Hollywood, which now the building that was Famima is now a place where they babysit dogs during the day and often bathe them.
I've seen it.
Man, Famima was a quick Famimanon.
Yeah, we would leave the show and we were like, oh, I'm going to get like, you know, some prepared meals and I'm going to take them home and I'm going to have a small this. And like, we would totally thought like, you know, with the basket, like walking, like, oh yeah, no, I don't eat. I'm going to stop for fried food. I'm going to have like a light fare or whatever.
Instead, I'll have like the turkey and cranberry sandwich with stuffing, but you know, I'm just going to eat half of it and eat the rest tomorrow in the morning. But also I might want a little sushi or like some, I might want a yogurt that's really a cultured yogurt for, you know, what's it called? Never mind. I don't know.
But it was also like kind of a bit like, you know, looking down on your nose, like, oh, those people are going to Denny's. I'm not going to do that. No, I need healthy fare. Thank you. So
yeah.
And then that lasted like a couple of months. And then we were, of course, like at donut time eating ham and cheese croissants.
Oh, that sounds so good right now.
That sounds so fucking right.
Where can you actually get a late night donut shop ham and cheese croissant?
I mean, all over the place here in the suburbs. Like, you know, you live at like more, you know, downtownish area, but you know, I'm in the suburbs. So there's tons of donut shops that are open, if not till 24 hours a day because of all the like, you know, people going to work and stuff. So you can get that everywhere here where I live.
You're actually right. Cause you know what? There's a lot of like places that I haven't gone to just because I've been quarantined. So I haven't like gone anywhere. Do I sound drunk right now?
Well, you always sound drunk. But I don't think you sound incoherent yet.
Okay. So I'll take another sip. Cheers.
That's fine. Yeah. You just, you know, you're the barefoot whiner.
What about this hair, sis?
You know what? I like it, and I like the bangs. I like the bangs a lot.
You like
Is
those
that
baby
bang?
hairs? Yeah, there's.
Oh, I thought it was bangs. It's fine. It's pretty. It's pretty. But listen, we're still talking about her question here. What's the weirdest food you've tried? That's what she's asking.
I don't know because I'm Southeast Asian. So like I don't know what weird is to everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
I know what is normal to me, and I'm sure that things that I've eaten over my lifetime seem weird to other people. Like, for instance, when I'm in London, my favorite breakfast food is their blood sausage. Do you know about this?
I've heard of it, but I don't know that I've had it.
It's sausage, and it includes, I guess, pork blood in it. Like, I like those things. And I was, I'm from Indonesia. We eat weird stuff. We eat gizzards and lizards and I'm just not afraid of food. So I don't know. I don't know what people think is weird food to eat, because my food is always weird.
Well, I'm such a creature of habit that I really have not tried like weird, what people would call weird things. And even to go next level on it, I've, as many times as I've been to like the LA County Fair or the Orange County Fair, I've never really even tried many of the, like, when there's that phenomenon of like deep fried this, deep fried that. I think maybe I've tried a deep fried Oreo one time, but other than that, as intrigued as I am by that stuff, I've just never tried it. Not because I'm afraid of it, but I guess I'm a creature of habit. And if like I'm going to spend the money, I'm going to eat what I know I like, which would be, popcorn or whatever.
Yeah. Well, deep fried to me is just sort of like, it would be something that I would try out of curiosity, but I would never consider it as being experimental, because like, what is experimental about deep frying a thing? Like, you can deep fry dick or you can deep fry pussy. I'll eat anything deep fried, but I don't even think that like deep fried is, like Oreo, like whatever. Like, to me,
so you're not okay. Oh, so you're better than that. Is it
I am. Yeah. Pretty much.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I'm more than deep fried. I'm more than deep fried.
What would be experimental?
I don't know. I think there's a lot of things that might be controversial, because so many people are vegan now and very like they're talking about like meatless stuff. But I still love meat, and I will eat different parts of an animal that are probably unacceptable to many. Like I will eat a brain. I will eat an eyeball. I will eat a cheek. Yeah, I'm that girl. Bitch, you know me.
I do, but I'm trying to act surprised so I don't act disgusted.
Yeah, because that disgusted was over a long time ago. You know that I will eat absolutely anything.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I always figure like if we'll stuff our tongue up someone's asshole, I mean, everything else is kind of off. I mean, everything else is like fine.
Precisely.
Right?
Absolute.
But
precisely.
I mean, I always think to myself, like, I wish I had the diligence to become vegan, because I mean, I think about the the ramifications.
I couldn't.
You couldn't?
No.
I don't do it because I'm purely lazy. That's why I don't do it. But I know that there's so many options that are amazing and great, and you can just get as much nutrition the same way.
Sure.
I do think I would love to do it. I'm just being lazy, and I don't have the diligence. You know what I mean? My body would forgive me. The earth would forgive me. They would be so grateful. No. Honestly, like there's so many great things that come from it, including the protection of animals but it's like I think I need to get there. I think I need to get to that point.
Well, I could never be vegan because I'm Southeast Asian, and
Okay.
I like I like fermented shrimp paste, and I like
I do like shrimp a lot.
Yeah, I like stinky ass animal it's just.
Do you like stinky ass though?
I don't. I actually don't.
You don't?
No, stinky ass?
I mean, well,
Delta.
You don't? You don't?
Delta.
What?
Stinky ass? You can have
What? No, I didn't ask. No, I was saying never mind.
Nobody likes stinky ass. Do
Nobody?
they? I think
Not even a little bit?
No. Okay, we have another question coming from our mother goddess, Sis Willem.
Ooh, okay. What is it?
Hold on, where is it at? It's the 29th of the month and the rent is due. What's your go-to number you pull out to get the audience tipping to pay the rent, obviously? Yeah,
Easy.
What's your number
Easy.
you would pull out to get the audience tipping? Like, the rent is due and I need the entire crowd to fucking give me dollars, make it rain. What is yours?
I have a surefire number that I travel with, that I do at home, that usually will make me money. I do that God Warrior number that I add my sound bites to.
Oh, epic, epic, epic.
So a lot of people do that number, like the whole dialogue all the way through. Mine is something I splice together with sound bites and has other things in it.
I'm giving up to God. I'm a God warrior. And I don't want someone with anything in beliefs doing anything with my family.
You know, listen, I'm always looking for a reason to wear flats, no tits, a fucking comfortable dress, a wig that goes in a bag. That's my go-to. Plus, it comes with the Bible, the empty Bible that they can stuff money in. I'm in and out. I love doing that number. What about you?
Well, please go ahead and pat yourself. Let me see you pat yourself on the back really quick. Just to acknowledge the fact that that number has been copied more and more times, and those references of the God Warrior has been used over and over again. So yeah, pat yourself on the back for that. Mine is obviously, guess it for me.
Baby, come on over tonight. We can make it all right. Take a piece of my heart. No?
Not Samantha Mumba.
You are the Samantha Mumba impersonator of the world. But
go
ahead.
Come on. There's got to be one. Someone has to love Samantha Mumba. But mine is obviously, Is It a Crime? I always love owning the stage and owning an audience of thousands.
Do you remember when we were at Rage one time and Anjan, you did like, Is It a Crime? And Anjan was like, oh, I love Anita Baker. Anyway, all right. So we will be back shortly with some more of Very That.
And our guest after will be Anjanu.
Anjanu.
We should
Very
get her
That.
as a guest.
I love her.
Okay. See you. Bye.
We'll be right back. And we are back.
Yes, back it up. Back it up.
Well,
Wee.
so, I know that we were looking in the thing of pictures. Like, we have so many pictures that are floating around. And
oh my God.
see something. Now, this photo, I know for sure this see something photo is
Please help me out.
Okay, this is from,
I don't remember this.
I know you don't, because you asked if you were drunk earlier, and I don't think you're drunk now, but I know two people in this photo were absolutely drunk. In fact, blitzed. And when I say blitz, also, this photo is from Lori Blitz, who basically has the most photos, along with Tommy, our friend Tommy Augustin. But Lori has like the full documentary of performances at Dream Girls.
Archival.
Of everything Dream Girls.
Mm-hmm.
And this photo, I believe, we had Alice in Wonderland theme night. And this was I think after the show, perhaps. Or no, this was during the no, this must have been curtain call. But I think you were doing a Rihanna thing.
Of course.
Afterwards. Like
I was the only girl in the world with that like red wig. I wore that red wig the entire like tour of my like win, that was around that time.
Yeah, and this was my Alice sort of nod. No, this wasn't an Alice in Wonderland night, because we do have a photo from Alice in Wonderland night where we both did very sickening characters. This was just a night where I was doing Alice, but you were definitely doing Rihanna. That was your thing. And this guy, I feel bad. I hope he doesn't get mad if this photo's out, because I don't know who he is. But everyone was having a great time. He was tipping the house down. Like, he was being friendly and loving it, and he was there with a great group of people, but he just tap out.
What if he's like an important figure? What if he's
he
like
might
a political
be tap out.
Yeah, it's like, at that time there wasn't really a lot of like Insta photo video. We were sort of free of that. We were at the very end of that like freedom. That guy is probably like someone really important. He probably doesn't want that picture.
Listen, Raja, everyone is important. We're all important. But
it looks like we were having fun just making fun of him.
At some point, everybody gets drunk and
part.
passes out. People get drunk and pass out. Who cares?
That's my entire career.
I
So,
always think that's weird when you're at like a bar and people are like, "Oh my God, can you believe that person is so drunk?" Yeah, I can, because you're in like a room where alcohol is being poured. And
mhm.
so people are going to be very drunk. That's going to
Yeah.
happen. And that's kind of a thing with our jobs, I think, too, as people who entertain. Like, um, there's that part where you want everyone to have a good time. Like this person was having a good time. But then there comes that point where people are like, well, I'm having a good time, so I want to wear your wig and let me pull it. Or I want to, let me pull on this. Are these beads real? I want to pull on it. And it's like, okay, now you're kind of crossing a weird line. Like, obviously, what you see on display is put in such a way because it's not always exactly as it seems. But people are like, well, I want to rip at that. And it's like,
You know what? You can't really gauge what happens in your
Mm-mm.
audience. You
You
can
can't.
certainly gauge what you do as a performer and what your duties are and what you want to, express to an audience, but you can't gauge what the audience actually does. There was a moment when I was in Puerto Vallarta and I was performing, and there was a guy in the audience, third row, with his arms crossed, just fucking looking at me like he fucking hated me.
Like this.
Yeah, no, harder. Like, harder. Like, I want to kill you. You're ruining my night. And I'm like, bitch, you paid $25 for the ticket to come see me. Why are you sitting here with your arms
But
crossed?
you have to let them. You have to let them because it's their money.
Well, it turns out at the end of the show, I discovered through the friends that he was with, because he had left early because I had, given him such a hard time. I'm like, you're frowning at me. What the
Right.
fuck is your problem? Well, it turns out his girlfriend, who he had traveled with to Puerto Vallarta, broke up with him that night. And he had tickets to my show. So you know what? You never know what people are going through. So if they have a sour face, maybe just they have a sour life. And you're there to kind of
Had
I
you
don't know.
known that beforehand, though? Like, if you had known beforehand, like, was he hot? Because
he
you
was
could have.
hot.
Oh, but you could have rode that shit. I'm gonna ride that shit all the way from PV.
He was
like,
hot. He was hot. He was like his and he probably had like a really like just average girlfriend that he was crying about, but he was like a
Uh-huh.
hot blonde boy, and he was just sitting there with his blue eyes just pouting and tearing, and I was
And you
like,
could have brought him
"Oh,
like this, like, come to mother.
oh, I can help you,
Ooh,
baby.
come to smother.
What's wrong?
Oh, fug.
Smother gonna
Why didn't you
help
ruin
ya."
his life? You could have ruined his life after her. Like, what? Where?
She wasn't even there. Like,
Girl,
he
fuck
actually showed
her.
up to the
Who fucking
anyway.
cares about her? She doesn't know what she. Girl, bye.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
she.
felt
Well,
I
I'm
felt
not mad
bad.
at her because he wasn't doing it for her for the duration. But like, you could have done it. Shit, he could have been right for the night, girl.
But listen,
bye.
if you're gonna sit with your arms crossed and your eyes crossed and hating me in an audience, I will call you out. So please don't do that unless you want to be called out and humiliated, because I can humiliate you in less than a second.
Listen, did you know that humans and cats are the only animals that torture their prey before they kill it?
Honey,
you want
I
to humiliate
understand
him.
that.
You want to
I-
humiliate this person.
Yeah.
It's your job.
And if he survives, then you know what?
alive,
Wonderful.
alive,
In the
survive.
land of the living. No, if she survives my wrath, then she survives. But I can't help you. I really can't.
Yeah, but like, I mean, this is what I've learned because I've also been, in local clubs, like when people are doing all that or and I think to myself, like, I'm going to read that person. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I've also come to the conclusion that honestly, it's their fucking money. And like, now with Yelp and all that stuff, people will leave a review where you work and they'll be like, I was there. This drag queen looked at me wrong. And then other people are like, oh, and they compound it and then they turn it into, more than it is. But it's
Mhm.
people have so many ways to defend what it is that they do by going, but I'm a victim now. Even though I was shitty to you, I'm a victim because you see, I've always found that people will ask you something or they'll do something to you.
Or
and
they'll
then
see something.
yeah, they'll do something to you and you'll go, did you just do that? And they'll go, oh, you can't call me out for doing that. And it's like, no, I'm just repeating to you what you said or what you did. And they'll go, oh, you can't call me out. Now I'm a victim. And it's like, all I did was tell you exactly what you just said to me. And by correcting you, so I'm supposed to take the brunt of it and you're supposed to be able to do whatever. I mean, that's just like the world, right?
Well, I think that Yelp is bullshit because Yelp
I think
is
you're bullshit.
No, I think you are.
I think you. Did I ever tell you about this girl? I'm going to tell you about this girl.
Hold on. Let me tell you that we're going to go back to this girl. But I think Yelp is fucking bullshit. Like, fuck that bitch. Like, who the fuck? Everyone gets to have an opinion on what you do. Like, no. Like, I think Reddit is kind of like the Yelp of drag.
Well, you know, I have to say for Reddit, there was a time when I left Facebook and Twitter and all of that a lot of this was, you know, negativity was happening on Reddit. And I think
Well, let me just remind you by saying that statement, I'm saying that Yelp is bullshit and so is Reddit. So,
but what I'm saying
ahead.
though, no, okay, and that could be, but what I'm saying is that there was a time when I said, oh, all people on Reddit are this way. And it's not really true. I know for sure that that's not true. And it wasn't fair for me to say that because there are plenty of really cool, supportive things that happen on there. And I had to learn that later. But I know what you're saying. Sometimes the negative outweighs the positive, and all those positive people that are saying great things get outweighed because people want to jump on just the negative shit, right? And that's the same thing with Yelp. So, you know, there's probably great things that come from Yelp, but I mean, you go on an Amazon review and you're like, oh, I love this dress, I'm going to buy it. And people are like, yeah, I bought it, but you know, there was 2 threads hanging off of it. So obviously it's not right made. And, you know, and it's like, people just want a platform to complain about something. And that's what we have here is a platform and people's ears to complain in their fucking ears about them complaining.
I just want a platform to complain about you.
I want a platform Ugg boot. That's what I want.
Oh, it's coming. I'm going to find it. Your foot is smaller than mine, so I think we can find it in your size.
I have a tiny foot. I'm
So
tiny.
small.
I'm so small. I'm
Children.
very small, actually. I'm a very small person. I'm smallish.
All right. I'm going to find them for you in your size.
Oh my God. What would you want me to wear with it? Would you style me?
Oh, fuck.
Style me.
It would be like a large, like very cable knit sweater. And that's it. And like, yeah. And just like your hair and like a very wispy top knot. Like, fall. Yeah.
Oh, you know what though? Because my mom crochets. Do you think we could get my mom to crochet me one of those singlets that Sonique wears where it just goes up the butt and across the boobs? But it's crocheted.
So.
Could you see me?
And it should be in the most woolly, itchy yarn possible.
How would I do the face like the?
Like, oh, not me.
Or would I be like?
Like
wonton, like or wonton, like
Oh.
wonton.
Oh, fun.
Fa?
Like,
Fa. Fa.
No.
But you know, listen, Halloween's coming, as you said. I mean, that's where we are now. We're going to go full force. Fuck, even if we can't go trick or treating. I mean, we're 45. We probably shouldn't go trick or treating, but we can still. I mean, sort of like we can turn digital tricks and show our treats. Yeah, we can. Haven't you? Where have you been? The digital age is here, girl.
Digital tricks?
Yes, you can turn digital tricks. How do you think I've been paying my rent over here?
You got an OnlyFans?
Girl, I got OnlyFans. I got OnlyFats. I got OnlyFems. I got it all. I don't give a fuck. I actually thought about establishing an OnlyFans where all I do is make videos exclusively about things that I have to complain about and like unedited, just complaining. Not even like being nice about it and going, I know I'm wrong, but saying, no, I know I'm right. And this is why I'm right. And this is who's fucked up. This is whose French fries are gross. This is who fucking didn't talk to me right at the drive-thru. This is who didn't smile at me. That's what I'm going to do on my OnlyFans. And I'm going to charge. Fuck that. Even if imagine if I only got one person at $25, I'm down.
Well, shit, girl, please. I am happy. Shit, girl, I'm happy I got to talk to you today. I'm wasted, stoned, feeling good.
You're barefoot. Why not?
I'm feeling all the like fallness right now.
Oh, you are?
Feeling it. Yeah.
What's your
All time.
I'm going to leave it there. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us on Very That with Delta and Raja. The show comes out every Monday. So check us out wherever you procure your podcasts, whatever platform, we are there. And also you can subscribe and rate us. Let everyone know how great we're doing. Even if you don't think we're doing great, just say they're doing so great because you support us and you love us. Every Monday, check us out.
please send us a question. Any inquiries, any thoughts that you have, please send it to deltaandraja@gmail.com. Send it to us. We want to hear from you. We want to know what you're thinking on Very That.
Thoughts and thoughties.
Thoughts and thunnies.
Mwah.
And you can follow us on Instagram at my page at Sutan Amrul and at Delta Work.
That's us.
It's easy. Follow us.
See you next week.
We'll be back next week with another episode of Very That.
Ooh, she's very. So very. Ooh, so very.
I
so
get very.
Ay, way very.
I.
Oh, very, very. Quite contrary. Trim that bush. It's so damn hairy.
Forever Dog.
Very That is produced by Forever Dog and Moguls of Media, aka M.O.M.
Hosted by Delta Work and Raja.
Music, sound design, and editing by Will Pitts.
Produced by Big Dipper.
Executive produced by Willem Belli, Alaska Thunderfuck, Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey.